Alright, let's hit this head on. No sugarcoating. We're talking about that pesky thing called fear of rejection. And guess what? I'm going to call it like it is. It's just your ego acting like a little drama queen. That's it. Simple as that. Think about it this way. You're like a knight in shining armour, standing at the gates of a castle, ready to charge in and claim your throne. But then, there's this voice in your head. Let's call it the ego. And it tells you, don't do it. What if they don't like you? What if they laugh at you? What if they kick you out? The ego is the one holding the sword and saying, hey, maybe just stay outside the gates where it's safe. You know it's less painful to stay small. But let me tell you something about the safe zone. It's a prison. That safe zone is where dreams go to die, where potential gets suffocated, and where your true power is buried 6 feet under. The real question is, how long are you willing to stay in that prison? When you listen to that ego, you're like a hamster running in circles on a wheel. You're getting nowhere. You're trapped in this loop of what if this happens? What if that happens? And all the while, life is waiting for you to stop listening to that bullshit and actually show up. Now let me break this down in kids' terms for you. Imagine you're playing tag, okay? You want to tag someone, but you're too scared to run because you're worried you might fall and get tagged yourself. Now in your head, your ego starts telling you all these horrible things. What if I look stupid? What if I lose? What if they all laugh? You freeze, right? But guess what? The moment you stop thinking and just start running, you realize, holy shit, I can do this. This is what happens when you decide to tell that fear to fuck off. You're no longer waiting for permission from your brain to move forward. The moment you silence that ego and choose to act, you start attracting the people who are on your level. Those who vibe with your true self, not the scared, small version of you that's hiding behind walls. You become magnetic, like a damn lightning rod, for people who see you, who get you, who'll help you level up. Let's get real here. You're not weak for needing others. You're human. You weren't designed to go through this life solo. The very act of reaching out, the very act of connecting, makes you stronger. It's your damn ego that tells you, don't let anyone in. But that's a lie. If you listen to that, you might as well stay locked in a cave your whole life, never tasting the richness of true connection, of love, of growth. Here's the kicker. The longer you avoid connection, the more you feed your fear. It's like feeding a damn monster that keeps growing bigger and scarier until one day you're too afraid to even step outside. But guess what? You hold the key to your own freedom. You can decide to turn around and face the beast. You can decide right now to step into your power. Think of it like a balloon. Every time you avoid connection, you're inflating that balloon of fear in your chest. But the moment you reach out, the moment you connect, pop, the balloon deflates and suddenly you feel lighter, you feel free. The more you practice this, the less that fear has any power over you. It becomes like a tiny mosquito buzzing around your ear. But you don't even flinch anymore. So what happens when you stop listening to that ego? You become free. That's the essence of it. You begin to show up as your full, unapologetic self, without giving a flying fuck about what others think. You stop worrying about rejection, because it no longer matters. You stop caring about judgment, because it no longer holds any power. You start living in alignment with your highest self. And trust me, people will take notice. Let me break down the science for a second. Our brains are wired for connection. We're social creatures by design. We thrive on relationships. When we isolate ourselves, when we listen to our ego telling us to stay small and safe, we actually decrease our brain's ability to thrive. But when we connect, when we reach out, our brain releases oxytocin, the feel-good chemical. It strengthens bonds, builds trust, and boosts happiness. It's literally scientific fact that connection makes you healthier, happier, and more resilient. But hey, I get it. The fear is real. That voice in your head is loud. It's persistent. It's relentless. But guess what? It's also a lie. The more you practice stepping into discomfort, the more you challenge that voice, the more you begin to realize it's nothing more than a shadow. You can't chase the light if you're too afraid of the dark. What are the top patterns that hold you back? Fear of judgment, fear of being seen as weak or flawed, fear of rejection. These are the old scripts that keep running in your head, like a broken record. But fuck that noise. Those patterns, they're not your truth. They're just old programming. And guess what? You can rewrite that programming. It's all in your hands. Here's how you interrupt these patterns. Recognize the pattern. You feel the fear. You feel the hesitation. That's the ego trying to keep you small. Pause and breathe. Ground yourself. Remind yourself. Fear is a liar. Reframe the story. Instead of thinking, what if they don't like me? Flip it. Think, what if I connect with something amazing? What if this leads to the best thing that's ever happened to me? Take action. Reach out. Be vulnerable. Show up. What happens when you do this? You break the cycle. You disrupt the patterns. You're no longer the hamster on the wheel. You're a damn lion in the jungle, moving through life with power and purpose. So what's the karma of not doing this? The cost of staying stuck in that comfort zone. You miss out on everything that life could be. You stay small, you stay miserable. You never get to experience the depths of connection, the richness of love, and the fulfillment of knowing your true power. Here's the thing. You're the only one who can choose to break free from this. No one else is coming to save you. You're the hero of your own story. You've got to be willing to stop listening to the bullshit fear and step into the arena. You've got to be willing to face rejection, to face judgment and say, fuck you, I don't care. So what does your life look like when you make that choice? When you choose to stop listening to the fear, it changes forever. You'll start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences. You'll be in flow. You'll be magnetic. You'll be the kind of person who walks into a room and everyone feels your energy. You'll be unstoppable. The question is, are you ready to stop hiding? Are you ready to stop playing small and show the world the real you? Because that is where the magic happens. Now go make it happen.